like no other, designed for families and individuals seeking comfort and connection. Enjoy a host of amenities, including a swimming pool, tennis courts, kids playground, and serene sitting areas, all designed for your enjoyment. Embrace the opportunity to be part of this vibrant community with flexible installment plans available. Your dream home is waiting at Rehoboth Palms Ayimensa, where every moment is a promise of home and affordable luxury. Visit us today at 145 North Legon, Accra. Call us on +233 244 764 499 or +233 204 950 810. For our UK clients, you can reach us on +44 190 853 3149 or +44 791 737 6631 or visit www.rehobothpropertiesgh.com to learn more. A community like no other. Welcome to Rehoboth Ayimensa.
The luckiest.
Star 712 hash.
Luckiest everywhere.
8K. Hey, you get an 8K. Get that packing so you have to come out. Wallah. Hey, wait.
You can put it on his tab. This is my man. Good luck.
Hey, Bill, wait here. You star 712. It's what you phone. I'm on dialing the magic numbers. Star 712. Now welcome to the luckiest. And I'm with me at home ticket. You can buy for yourself or your loved one.
Mommy, tell mommy who's here.
You're buying for me, right?
Or who else?
Oh.
Let's choose buy tickets for others.
Love you, boo boo.
Maybe straight to option 4. Now, you need to buy tickets worth 50 Ghana to qualify. Yes, you can buy random or preferred tickets. I'm choosing random tickets. Listen, if you buy the random ticket, the system chooses a random number for you. But if you buy the preferred, you get to input your own preferred 5 digits. 5.
Baby, give me your 5 numbers.
And how much are we buying?
Babe, look at the body and buy you.
With your body,
Hey,
there, tread cautiously. Now follow the prompts and confirm. Now the luckiest.
The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. TNCs apply.
Using Coa Mixture, Coa Plus Mixture, and Coa MT Mixture, brought to you by Coa Research and Manufacturing Limited Company, proudly made in Ghana. Formulated to support your general well-being. For those seeking immune system support, there is Coa Plus Mixture. Support your body's defenses and stay strong. When it comes to combating malaria, Coa MT Mixture will aid your treatments. For effective relief from malaria symptoms, try Coa MT Mixture. Coa Mixture, Coa Plus Mixture, and Coa MT Mixture are not recommended for pregnant women, lactating mothers, and children under 12 years. Always take a malaria test before using Coa MT Mixture. Choose Coa Mixture, Coa Plus Mixture, and Coa MT Mixture for your health needs. Available now at pharmacies nationwide. For bulk purchases, contact 0244 726611 or 0591 565 778. This advert is a
Phoenix Club.
Uplifting women.
Phoenix Club.
Uplifting
Phoenix Club.
Uplifting women.
Thank you very much for having me here today. The nation builder John Mahama and Professor Nana Jane are bringing you the Women's Development Bank. It is a very special bank run by only women, to serve only women. The aim is to empower millions of women across the country. The bank will have branches all over the nation to provide you with loans with very low interest and on very flexible terms.
Madam, I run a small makeup and nail bar. Do I qualify for a loan?
No need to bother, my sister. I mean hairdressers, market women, women-owned online businesses, female graduates, women in the corporate world, traders, agri, women in all fields qualify for loans. With John Mahama and Professor Nana Jane at the helm, the Ghanaian woman will surely rise.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
excesses and provocations that occurred during the demonstration, and the GTA condemned these excesses in no uncertain terms. However, we also believe that remanding the protesters for 2 weeks is too extreme and does not send positive signals when it comes to protecting human rights.
We celebrate a remarkable milestone in the history of journalism in our beloved country, 75 years of excellence. Before I begin, allow me to share a brief reflection on how important this occasion is to me personally. Just hours ago, I landed back in Ghana from the meeting of the United Nations General Assembly in New York. There's been a demanding schedule engaging world leaders on critical global issues. But I knew that I could not, under any circumstances, miss this ceremony. This awards night, honoring the journalists who helped shape our democracy, holds special significance for me, particularly as it will be my last as President of the Republic. Journalists must rise to the occasion by being the gatekeepers of truth, ensuring that facts prevail over falsehoods. As we prepare for yet another election cycle, I call on the media to continue this vital work, reporting with integrity, ensuring fairness in coverage, and providing voters with the accurate, timely, and comprehensive information they need to make informed decisions. The stakes are high, and your role has never been more crucial. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you not only as the President of the Republic, but as someone who has walked alongside the media on this nation's journey to freedom and democracy. It was a journey to which I too felt deeply committed, both as a citizen and as a public servant. Even though the Constitution of the Fourth Republic provides protection for journalists and state-owned media outlets to perform their duties without interference from the executive, members of the NPP know all too well what it feels like to be on the receiving end of being shut out by these outlets. You may recall that we had to go to court to obtain a formal ruling from the Supreme Court, which ultimately...
All right, you're welcome back into the studio. And this morning I have Lara Musa Saka, who is the Deputy Executive Secretary for the Postal Courier Services Regulatory Commission and also a member of the NPP Communications team. Welcome, Lara.
Good morning, Annie. Good morning to our viewers.
And a proper welcome back.
Welcome back from where?
Oh. You want me to mention it on air?
Where?
I'm not going to mention it on air.
Yes, Chief.
Rahel Na Ache Ni Okpe is also a member of the NDC Communications team. Is it Rahel or Rachel?
Well, you either. But
is it the same name?
Anyways, but my name is Rahel.
Rahel.
So you can do Rahel.
Okay, okay. You're very welcome.
Thank you,
It's your
Annie.
first time, so officially welcome to the program.
Thank you, Annie. Thank you for having me.
All right.
Thank you.
Laura, is there anything, why, is there a problem?
Should there be a problem?
No, I should be asking you. You are the one who is making gestures.
Well, you are the one people think you have a problem with me. So maybe today you can.
Those people.
you can decide to.
But you don't tell them that they go talk tired.
Well, everybody knows you have a problem with me. Everybody believes you don't like me. So
what do you think?
Well,
what do you think?
Oh, that's for me to decide. That's
tell
what
me. Tell me what you think on air.
What I think on air.
Yes.
That's what the viewers are seeing.
Which viewers?
The viewers who see me and get worried. Why? What have you done to me?
I haven't seen any viewer write on our page that Anne, you don't like Larati.
Well, that's what I get.
Yeah, but you receive messages, right?
Yeah, a lot
and
of
phone
messages,
calls.
and even when I see, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm saying you should
so maybe you
address
should
it
tell
on
them
air.
how I've wronged you.
Address it on air.
Maybe you should tell me. I haven't wronged you in any way. The only thing I do is come here to represent the New Patriotic Party. So if that's what the wrong is, then I don't know.
Let me explain that away by telling you that you get 10% off food, drinks, beauty and cosmetics, home essentials, electrical appliances and mobile phone and accessories, clothing, footwear made in Ghana, goods and so much more at the Momo Cashless Market. Momo Cashless Market, you heard it right. So from the 2nd to the 6th of October at Good Park, Tetekwashi Interchange, there will be over 100 merchants in one place with amazing discounts of all Momo customers. Fun activities include artisans, performances, DJs on rotation, board and TV, games, kids, zone and giveaways. So join the fun at Good Park. There's a Kwashi Interchange from the 2nd to the 6th of October 2024 each day from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Just Momo everywhere you go. And also, Kel 360 toothpaste still on the market, and if you're desperate of getting a toothpaste for your whole family, it's Kel 360 toothpaste for you. It's approved by the Food and Drugs Authority, FDA. Kel 360 toothpaste provides your family with an all-round dental protection throughout the day with freshness. Kel 360 toothpaste is also good for kids, children, and adults. Let your family be proud when they step out by constantly using Kel 360 toothpaste. And it's also a product from Samara Company Limited, producers of Sasso, available on all supermarkets, malls across the nation. If you want to contact them for bulk purchase, call them on 024-686-4798. Kel 360 toothpaste, happy smile. Okay, so it's been galamsey morning, galamsey afternoon, galamsey evening. And we have more bodies coming on board to speak to it and tell us their opinions about galamsey. The first one is galamsey making water treatment expensive for pharmaceutical companies. Heavily polluted water owing to illegal mining galamsey activities is making increasingly expensive for pharmaceutical companies to treat water for manufacturing of drugs and medicines. Dr. Donko, president of Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana, who made this known, said water pollution was one of the gravest threats confronting public health. Ghana is currently enjoying its self-sufficiency in the local production of infusion, but illegal mining threatens this achievement. All the local manufacturers put together in this country can produce all the intravenous infusions we need in Ghana. However, they need quality water, and they need quality water to do that. In this environment, degradation continues. We may soon face the grim reality of importing water to support local manufacturing industry. He declared at the opening of the 2024 annual general meeting of the PSGH in Kumasi. Right. Also, we also have the updates where Alan Chemating, who is the flag bearer for Movement for Change, speaking to it. And also touching on the issue of the protesters who were arrested and subsequently kept for 2 weeks, asking that they be released. The GJA president has also spoken to it. We played some of the video and you saw it. And he's asking that the arrested persons be released immediately. There's also the issue of the president's children involved in galamsey, as alleged or as put out with documents by Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa. He first put it out on his social media platform, and he came here on the platform to explain his findings. The Lands Ministry spoke to it, and the Lands Ministry said Akufo-Addo's daughter is not involved in galamsey. The Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources has refuted allegations made by the North Tongue MP Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, claiming that the President Ado Dankwa Akufo-Addo's daughter are involved in illegal mining activities, commonly known as galamsey. In a statement issued on Saturday, 28th of September 2024, the ministry described these claims as false and misleading, urging the public to disregard the accusations. The ministry clarified that no member of the President family is connected to any galamsey operation, labeling the allegations as politically motivated and an attempt to tarnish the reputation of the President's family. The Quote, the attention of the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources has been drawn to certain comments by the Member of Parliament for Northern Constituency, Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, alleging that the daughters of the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, are either associated with a certain company and or involved in illegal mining. The statement said it indicated that, quote, the said allegations are palpably false and without merit whatsoever. Addressing the claims surrounding the Elite Minerals Company Limited, the ministry explained that the company which Mr. Ablakwa linked to the president's daughter was registered in 2008 and granted a mining lease in the Kwaibibrim municipality in 2012 during the administration of the former president John Dramani Mahama. This timeline, they emphasize, debunks any assertions of recent and current involvement by the president's family in illegal mining activities. Now, following this release, Okudzeto Ablakwa also replied again and clarified his stance, or I would say still stuck to his guns. And he said, seeing the Lands Ministry statement defending the President's Doctor's Ambulance cabal on their mining operations, I therefore respond as follows. 1. The Lands Ministry claimed that the Elite Ghana Limited Company was incorporated on 25th of July 2008 was absolutely false. 2. Incorporation documents secured from the Office of the Registrar of the companies confirmed that the Elite Minerals Limited Company was originally incorporated on the 22nd of April 2014, and incontrovertible copy is attached. The Land Ministry's assertion that the licenses of Elite Minerals Ghana Limited Company dates back to 2012 is totally false, as Elite Minerals did not exist in 2012. I mean, that's easy to check, right? Because we have the list of the mining leases that have been giving out, the licenses that have been giving out year to year. So we can just go into the documents and check. The Lands Ministry claimed that the Kwaibibrim concession does not cover the forest area is also false. I attached a copy of the cadastral map that my independent field report of the concession, which is anchored on the coordinates made available by the Minerals Commission on the Ghana Mining Repository website. Note that the cadastral map confirms that the area in issue has a forest and multiple water bodies. Why is the Lands Ministry maintaining and defending silence on the politically exposed ownership of the minerals, of the Elite Minerals? And I remember last week when Okudzeto Ablakwa was on the platform, he showed a number of pictures that when he went undercover into the forest, into the mining site he took, that indicated that this company was actually involved in illegal mining. Now, before I speak to the guests, let me give you 3 different videos that have circulated, over the weekend about mining comments made by some leaders. We have Nana Jane, Professor Nana Jane. We have Mirikuduka, and then we have Honorable Efriye as well, and some comments they've made about galamsey. Let's play all that, and then we'll come back into the studio.
Kwabrani who said we are winning the seats in the mining areas. So they decided to go and import foreigners. No one know buy no man can't chum say munko in renumu na munko to go do or say munko so no na munko to. Na mo refi mo hwana the whole year. In so I a problem da. Enya 1 month ya na started. Eye obi na opese anka omo ye na anka ye di speed. Nanka ya court, nanka ya stop galamsey for, nanka ya lose your seat. Yes, stop you on na. Yes, stop you on china. Na oma conform TV for na ko. Na omo crow for ka ena galamsey. Na galamsey yetu no akra. Inso no e akra. Omo mbra kuma se me demonstration and come be steady.
Mati su say NDC for Shishangophobia team. Say Bencha Geshem, Bencha Mining, Etingophobia at Yesi, Papaso, or NDC for Nabayazano. Anti Awaha, na Sagashan Wakam, Nasa Sakotum NDC. APC abesi benja geshema misebe baby ebeni yawa ha ana Rollins abetichi krofo ha otwa be ma ona geshenti ena nyamiatom Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Odini Wasani this year Odia Kani campaign team home. Sir, me here or here mining communities no me here so. Me did say, yeah dear no bano ana. Yeah dear no bano ana. So boy.
Okay, when the Nana Jane video is ready, they will play that one as well, because I've seen that there are attempts to make meaning also from what she said on galamsey. And as we're all trying to fight, I mean, I think that we have to be fair to each side, especially the two leading political parties. Let me come to the guests. You're welcome once again, and thank you for your time. But so far, how's the campaign? So these messages we played are all from campaign activities. Everybody is talking, and I assure you, I'll play Nana Jane's song as well when the moment is ready. Who should I start with? Laura, let me. I should start with the newcomer.
Have I said anything?
Are you welcoming her?
Oh,
You're baptizing her.
This is actually not my first time of meeting her. So
okay.
I've met Nacho.
Now then, let's give you the opportunity to take the first bite. That's being the first, I mean, a newcomer on the platform. Let's give you the opportunity. You're welcome once again.
Thank you, Annie. Thank you for having me. And let me say good morning to our viewers. I'm happy to join the Good Morning Ghana family. Annie, isn't it surprising that those who pick the one are running away from the first bite? It should tell you something. But then you see, Annie, in this fight against galamsey, the duplicity, the irresponsibility, and the arrogance of the NPP is unmatched. Yet they have failed at the fight against galamsey. And if you permit me, I'll give you 3 reasons why I tell you that the NPP, having failed at the fight against galamsey, would not even succumb to lessons, but will still, go ahead and portray arrogance and portray irresponsibility of the higher standards. And to add that, the NPP are not just enablers of galamsey, they have become complicit in the act. And by complicit, I mean they are hands deep and neck deep in the galamsey menace. Annie, the president who says that he has put his job on the line, supposedly, is the chief saboteur against the fight on galamsey. And my reason is that, Annie, do you remember that after the Professor Frimpong Boateng committee submitted the report to the office of the president sat on the said report for 2 solid years. Annie, if the report doesn't implicate the president, if the said report doesn't show that the president and his courts and its appointees are benefiting from galamsey at the expense of children, at the expense of pregnant women, I am sure that the president would have forwarded the said report to, for example, the office of the special prosecutor. But because the president knows that, of course, he is neck deep, hands deep in galamsey, and did not intend to put his presidency on the line, he just couldn't be bothered. And on that grounds, I say that the NPP are complicit and they have shown irresponsibility. Now you see, on the grounds, again, of irresponsibility, have you ever heard any member of the NPP from the president to the least person, take responsibility for anything in this country? Absolutely no. Annie, the NPP would blame the dollar. The NPP would blame the current state of the economy and the dollar depreciation on Russia-Ukraine war. They will blame our presence at the IMF on everybody and anything but their own reckless expenditure and the mismanagement of the economy. I have never seen anybody take any responsibility. And for me, it settles with leadership. Now, Annie, you see, the utterances of some key members of the NPP even worsens the plight of Ghanaians. You have polluted our waters for the benefit of your party. In that very famous video, Annie,
which they say the pollution of water didn't start today.
Annie,
and we all know.
Annie, Annie, admittedly, but you also agree with me. Show the videos and let's see. The water, the destruction of the waters and the lands are at unprecedented levels, to the extent that there are reports that by 2020, Ghana would have to import water. You and I cannot afford to import water. But of course, the president who bathes in the sky can import water, because he has given $10 million ambulance contract to his daughters. And so they have what it takes to actually import water, when the ordinary Ghanaian youth on the street cannot afford a 3-square meal. And so, Annie, for me, it should be enough for you to actually spoil our waters. But to go ahead and throw insults in the face of Ghanaians and not take responsibility as leadership. And on this, I am calling out President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia. They don't want us to hold them accountable for anything. But when it is praise singing, they want us to sing their praise. And in the first video that you played, did you hear the NPP member of parliament for Efidiasi Asokore saying that the NDC imported the galamseyers? And in the Professor Frimpong Boateng report, the names that were mentioned, the former MP for Manson Kwanta, Joseph Albert Kwam, did the NDC import him? Annie, did the NPP import the director of operations at the presidency, Mr. Lord Kome? Annie, again I ask, did the NDC import Mr. Charles Tego? All the names that were mentioned as neck deep and hand deep in Galamsey, today we are being told by the NPP that it is the NDC who imported these people. And in that famous video, didn't we all hear and see that they said, you asked us, Prof, to go and look for a viable concession to mine because party here Sika. And that is why I say that sometimes the NPP thinks itself more human than any Ghanaian. Party here Sika, so you will cause these levels of distraction. Nobody is saying that Galamsey started today. And the party here Sika, and so you put the life of unborn children at risk. And today we are here and you served us that there is increment in tariffs. The same water that has been polluted, there is increment. And you agree with me that the increment may possibly...
That's because there's, production cost obviously has gone up.
And Annie, when you say production cost, the dirtier the water, the higher the cost of production. Right. And so you're actually buttressing my point that you can't actually go and mine and cause such wreck and havoc. And then the ordinary Ghanaian would be burdened with tariff increment. Who knows? Maybe if the distraction costs were not at such unprecedented levels, the rate of increment, though it would increase, wouldn't have been this high. And then so you see, in that very video, we also saw and heard some names like Mr. John Wedu, all talking in that, names were mentioned in that video that they needed money for the party. And they didn't need money for the development of the country. They needed money for their campaigns. They needed money for other political interest and not in the interest of Ghanaians. Annie, sometime back in 2022, if I'm right, the then minister for local government and rural development, Haji Ali Mahama, said that municipal and district chief executives who are appointees of the NPP government are neck deep in Galamsey. And then if they don't desist from it, she would publish their names. Annie, those names were never published. And Annie, so you see, it is an unfair comment for anybody to say that, well, there was galamsey and the NDC, and there's still galamsey and the NPP, so we shouldn't talk. Please, viewers, let us know, the NPP and the NDC are not the same. The NPP and the NDC are not the same. Show the videos, show the health of the water, and the health of the land that we left for the good people of Ghana. And then show the health of the water and the health of the land that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia, in the name of party Hiesika, would live for the good people of Ghana. And in their case, they are putting very vulnerable demographics of our population at stake. I mean children, I mean pregnant women. And then you know what is more hurting? When Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia, they poison our water and they poison our food. And then we get all the kidney diseases and go to Kolebu. It is either the renal unit is non-functioning or people can simply not afford to treat themselves of these diseases. And this is wickedness. And you tell us that it is the NDC who imported these people. Annie, do you know that, for example, if there is a booty, the NPP will say that, well, they are the only citizens, as we saw in the video. When the galamsey booty was being cooked, it was party Hiesika. Now, when the galamsey problem is caused, then they'll say that it's a national problem. Annie, did President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo give every Ghanaian $10 million contracts as ambulance scandal? No. Annie, did President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo listen to us when we were telling him that you need not dig the world's most expensive hole with $58 million? Annie, the NPP has failed at absolutely everything. And I'll show you. So you see, as far back as 30th September 2022, the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources issued a press release cautioning Akonta mining to desist from mining in the Tanonimri Forest Reserve. Fast forward to the Bishop Conference in 2023, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo at that Bishop's Conference told the clergy that Akonta mining is not involved in any galamsey. Jesus Christ, and that is ridiculous. And then you turn around and take the same clergy to the galamsey site to pray for the site. Annie, I'm not sure that anybody at this table believes in prayer.
But those who want to pray, were they on Akonta mining site?
What I'm saying is that
they just went to galamsey sites to pray.
What I'm saying is that you stand in front of them and tell them that Akonta mining is not mining in the forest. The Ministry for Lands and Natural Resources says that Akonta mining is mining in the forest. And then you take the clergy to go and pray at the galamsey sites, right? Fast forward, you are their Bishop's Conference, and you are telling them that Akonta mining is not mining in any forest reserve. If I were a bishop, the levels of distraction I saw, we will call out the president. That president, you need to sit up because the life of every Ghanaian, including unborn children, are at risk. But so you see, what the NPP sought to do was just the fact that they wanted to change the hands that does the galamsey. Admittedly, at the NDC there was galamsey. Now the actors are the NPP. See, we cannot trust the galamsey kingpins to fight galamsey. How can you say that President Akufo-Addo, Dr. Bawumia, and the NPP are neck deep in galamsey, and so they should fight themselves?
What I've also noticed is that they say they have spotted some NDC members partaking in galamsey activities in some of the galamsey areas. Well, I haven't seen any official document covering that, but that's what I've heard. I've seen some pictures of persons being identified as parliamentary candidates for NDC in so and so areas, all partaking in galamsey or seen at galamsey sites.
Annie, do you know President John Dramani Mahama to be an electrical engineer? I'm not sure he is. Dumso happened under President Rawlings. Dumso happened under President Kufuor. Dumso happened under the late Prof. Mills. Dumso happened under President John Dramani Mahama. Don't you remember? President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, then a candidate Akufo-Addo, calling out President John Dramani Mahama to fix it. And what we are saying is that it stops with leadership. Annie, who has actually tied the hands of the NPP? from arresting the so-called NDC people that they said are neck deep in galamsey. And like I told you, it is because the NPP is complicit. See, they are the kingpins of galamsey. They are not coming to the fight with clean hands. And so you cannot trust them. And so to answer your question, who is stopping the president from fighting galamsey? It starts with leadership, nothing more and nothing less. And what can the ordinary Ghanaian do about the Cecilia Adapa matter, for example? What can the ordinary Ghanaian do about the president giving contracts to his daughters? The only thing the ordinary Ghanaian can do is to call out the president to act. And so for a president who refuses to act and puts our lives at risk, what we can do is that we will not give that president a third term in the name of giving President Dr. Bawumia a first term. It wouldn't happen. And let me say that, Annie, if the good people of Ghana survive the destruction caused by galamsey under the NPP, where the key members of the NPP have been fingered, right? You remember Charles Bisu in the famous Tiger PI, where, see, we saw him counting galamsey money, right? So, Annie,
you can't tell if that was galamsey
money.
Annie,
let me tell. What I'm saying is that we will not forgive Dr. Bawumia if he sits at the president and says that I have bold solutions, but I will keep that bold solutions like President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo kept Professor Boaten's report until after 7th January, when I'm sworn in as president. God forbid about Bawumia presidency. We should keep having deformed children. We should keep drinking dirty water. Honey, when the president set out the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining, I'll share with you, he gave them specific tasks so that you tell me whether the president has not failed at the task. I'll share with you. He told them, among other things, and if you indulge me, that they were supposed to actually reclaim degraded land and restore impacted water bodies. Annie, the NPP has not claimed land the size of my palm. They can't show. That's their scorecard. Annie, the NPP has not actually worked on water the size of this cup. All that they have done is distraction upon distraction, and with careless abandon. All they care about is their party. All they care about is party here, Sika. And you see, in the face of droughts, in the face of the imminent food shortage, and were we not in this country, when the Minister of Agric, who should be focusing on nurturing agriculture sector, wanted to buy state assets, and then by the time he went chasing state assets and came back to the job, he was coming to Parliament for money for us to import food and what have you. And if someone sleeps on the job, this is the person's scorecard. And so the good people of Ghana would not continue what the distraction Nana Addo Akufo-Addo is giving us under Dr. Bawumia. And so you see, the NPP also would always chase low-hanging fruits. Honey, when the fight is tough, they'll go hiding. But where were the men? Where are the men the NPP claimed to have? They would always catch the low-hanging fruits. And in e-levy, they would even ambulance sick members of parliament into parliament to make sure that e-levy is passed. And 10% betting tax on lottery winnings. And they would actually bar sick members of parliament from their end and orchestrate so that such levies are passed. Those are low-hanging fruits. That one, then like Esla also said, her 18-year-old son can even do that. And this is the galamsey fight, right? And if the NPP claims they have the men, this is the fight for men. Where are the men in the NPP?
But the men are speaking.
Annie, does it stop with speaking?
Well.
Annie, are you telling me that Ghanaians voted for President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, Dr. Bawumia, to come and speak? Well, Annie, we should pay, okay. Annie, I'll learn shortly.
Yeah.
Annie, we should pay Dr. Bawumia to be speaking and to be making fun of us in the face of this. Everything you ask him, I'm not aware, or he would laugh. Annie, nobody is saying that anybody shouldn't laugh or nobody laughs. And in the face of a national emergency, you show leadership. You stand up to the task. Annie, it is the same and the NPP. They took pastors to pray for Akosombo. Nobody is down playing prayer. Annie, I believe in prayer more than anything. But even the good book says that faith without works is dead. And a false balance is an abomination before God. So we didn't vote for President Akufo-Addo to come and speak, to come and preach. He told us that he was bringing Dr. Bawumia to come and help him. And where is the help? And then when you call out Dr. Bawumia, the NPP will say that they will be counting. You've mentioned his name 1,000 times. Please, how many people voted for them? So we have the right to mention their names equal to the number of people who voted for them because they are in office. Annie, remember, Annie, let me land quickly.
Land, you've landed 3 times already.
Annie, this is the final land. On the case of a certain NAPCO officials, the NPP told us that they were trading 144 drone pilots. And today, we can't find the drone pilots and we can't find the drone. Such a wasteful government. Annie, when it comes to medical delivery,
2 of the drones are missing. Is it 2
I'm
or 3?
saying that we can't even find the drones and the NAPCO personnel. You can't even pay them. But you can stash money under your beds and give your children contracts, and you can't pay NAPCO beneficiaries. And you check their rates. But Annie, so you see, when it comes to, oh, I have brought medical drones, and it delivers medicine to, that one you see Dr. Bawumia. When it comes to drones to fight galamsey, we can't even find him. And so you see, the NPP is complicit. And so Ghanaians will not give the NPP a third term under Dr. Bawumia. And then they claim that they lost all the galamsey sites where the constituencies were. And in my own constituency, Dr. Okoboy lost. We voted against him. And we will vote again and again against Dr. Okoboy, right? Do we do galamsey in Lojokuku? They are joining constituency, Krowo. The member of parliament there lost. Do we have a galamsey in Krowo? And they lost Adentan, right? Is there galamsey in Adenta? President Nana Akufo-Addo, in fact, want the central, western, eastern, and Ashanti regions where you have the high levels of galamsey. So please, that is a false impression, and nobody should make it at its table that we lost, and that was even orchestrated by the NDC.
The attempt to try to even connect galamsey to winning elections, I don't think we're even interested in that. We're really not interested.
Annie,
whatever vote you want to win. I mean, our lives are currently dependent on the current situation that we're faced in.
Annie, and that is why
in the food we eat, in the water we drink, I can tell you that there are international bodies that are currently in Ghana testing our water bodies and foods.
Potability level.
Very soon, you will see them giving us reports
Annie,
that
what I'm saying
you have
is
been
that
banned from the international community from sending this and that and that. That is what we're faced with today.
This is not the first time.
So we don't care about your votes anymore.
This is not the first time Ghana is being banned. On the economic front, Ghana has been banned on several markets. So all Akufo-Addo brought is that mismanagement. Then Ghana is banned, like you are saying. So we should expect another ban. Because, of course, these issues affect the very fundamental rights to life, to existence. Bani, I'm landing quickly. So if you come with me, last one, what the NDC is saying that we will not issue any new licenses. Annie, from 1995 till the NPP took over, we had, let's say, about 60 licenses. Under their watch, we have over 1,600 new licenses issued, especially to party apparatchiks. What President John Dramani Mahama is saying is that we will not give any new license, and then we'll implement the Tree for Life and Blue Water initiatives. Annie, see, if there are any men, the men are in the NDC. Trust John Dramani Mahama to fight galamsey. And like he has said, the people that MPP has put into prison, please, they are not the original kingpins of galamsey. Because if you put those people in prison, all the kingpins need is to employ a new set of people. And with the current unemployment rate, what do you expect? The ordinary Ghanaian youth on the street wanting kenke to eat, just wanting something to survive on, will go into this very sometimes dangerous jobs.
Okay.
So we are saying that the people in prison are not the kingpins of galamsey. The kingpins of galamsey, Professor Frimpong Boateng has told us, their video has told us, and they are the presidency, they are within the rank and file of the NPP.
Okay, so I'll let Laura to come in maybe after the break, but let me put this report out. So Manasseh also gave us a report. This was put out I think about 4 or 5 days ago. $3 million galamsey drones missing is a question. Presidency and national security lack answers. As wanton illegal mining continues to raise alarm in almost every sphere of Ghanaian life, key government agencies are using national security to evade questions about the whereabouts of the use of the two 100 costly drones bought to track down illegal miners and halt operations. The drones were acquired in 2018 for $3 million, according to the then Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, John Peter Amewu. The then Secretary of the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining, Charles Bisu, in July 2018 acknowledged the arrival of the drones. The drones have arrived in the country, quote, to support the President's position that we have to do mining responsibly. He said in an interview with the media, each district will have one, and the regional coordinating councils will also have one, so they can monitor the district mining committees. Now, there is going to be a monitoring center at the office of the President too. Numerous images of the monitoring centers were taken and published, but there was no photographic evidence of to prove that the drones were actually in the country, as it is usually done when the government acquires fleets of vehicles or other machineries. You get a picture. So when we brought in ambulance, there were pictures to it. When we even brought in the drones for medicines, there were pictures to it. Only 3 drones were seen in the images taken of the monitoring center, and it took a month after Mr. Bisu's comment for the chairman of the IMCIM, Professor Frimpong Boateng, to provide evidence that some drones had actually arrived in the country. Even so, only 3 of the drones out of the total of 200 were put on display. And these are some of the drones that we have been able to acquire. Professor Frimpong Boateng, who also at the time Minister for Environment, Science and Technology, said, the report goes on and on. I will take a breather. When I come back, I'll play Professor Nana Jane's video as well. Larato will come in. Let's go for a break.
She's coming. She's coming!
Oh, it's in. Red, how is it now? Boss, let's go back. Here. Take this.
She's coming.
I know. Go to the pharmacy now.
She's coming. Oh. She's here.
Pay faster, pay safer, and pay easy with Momo app. Download now and pay with the QR code, merchant ID, and so much more.
Experience the enhanced protection of Star Motor Third Party Extra from Star Assurance, an enhanced motor third party insurance policy that provides cover for loss or damage to your vehicle's windscreens, side mirrors, back glass, and other glass components. Whether it's a crack or major damage, you can drive with the assurance that your vehicle is well protected. Our commitment to you includes affordable coverage options and a claims process that is both fast and straightforward, so you spend less time dealing with paperwork and more time on the road. Also, we have proudly partnered with Hope for Little Lives, an organization dedicated to supporting children in need. By choosing Star Motor Third Party Extra, you're protecting your vehicle and making a positive impact. Every policy you buy helps bring joy and support to children in underserved communities. Reach out to us now on our toll-free numbers 0800-177-177 or 0302-245-906 to sign up. Let us help you drive with peace of mind and purpose. Star Motor Third Party Extra. Drive with confidence, give back with heart.
Star Assurance, your solid partner.
Choose the perfect prize for you every week and stand to win your choice of exciting prizes. All to get more of what matters to you. Exclusive to Betway. Betway, get way more. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18.
In today's modern world, stairs are a challenge, especially for our elderly and those with health concerns. Navigating them can be difficult and even dangerous, but there's a safer way to move vertically. Lifts and Elevators Limited Company, your answer to a more accessible and secure vertical transportation. Our elevators and escalators, including top-of-the-line pneumatic vacuum elevators, Fuji elevators and escalators, offer a safer and more convenient alternative, eliminating the risks of stairs and enhancing accessibility for homes, businesses, and hospitals. Choose safety and convenience with Lifts and Elevators Limited Company. Elevate your spaces today. For more information, visit our website at www.elevatorsgh.org or call now on 0200-535-515. Lifts and Elevators Limited Company, the elevator people.
Cratchy, unemu bua unkoisha Dr. Ban uye denwa.
Oh, Missy Yamfan come and me buru.
Mami do buru. Don't ya tell me ko bra. Mumi Yamfan ko Dr. Ban ho.
Dr. Ban no ya de.
Bra, se ban no mpemu adwuma sasabro slow Dr. Ban oye.
Hey,
tell me kwa na meka. Oh no mpemu nimdi ono na ye expect nya zanfo no. O akra any Kumasi no mpemu expect yen kan kire.
The luckiest.
Star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere.
8K. Hey, you get an 8K. Get back packing so you have to come out. One lie. Hey, wait.
You go put it on his tab. This is my man. Good luck.
Hey, Bill Radio. We are star 712. It's much of a phone. I'm on dialing the magic numbers. Star 712. Now welcome to the luckiest. And now with me at home ticket. You can buy for yourself or your loved one.
Mommy, tell mommy who's here.
You're buying for me, right?
Or who else?
Oh.
Let's choose buy tickets for adults.
Love you, boo boo.
No, maybe straight to option 4. Now, you need to buy tickets worth 50 Ghana to qualify. Yes, you can buy random or preferred tickets. I'm choosing random tickets. That's it. Listen, if you buy the random ticket, the system chooses a random number for you. But if you buy the preferred, you get to input your own preferred 5 digits. 5.
Baby, give me your 5 numbers.
And how much are we buying?
Babe, look at the body and buy you.
With your body,
Hey,
there. Tread cautiously. Now follow the prompts and confirm. Now the luckiest.
The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. TNCs apply.
Hello, my name is Roland Walker. I'm here at Coastal Park. It's one of the many courts belonging to estate masters, and they are into service plots, property management, and luxury homes. And just in case you want to make that decision to invest into a landed property, estate masters is the right choice to make. If it is from an indenture, a site plan, you want it also barcoded, all is available. You might have heard about Chopoli. It's where we have the next cottage of estate masters. It is not only one of the thriving, but the most inviting landed property site for you also to invest in. We encourage you, do invest in the next cottage at Chopoli. It is just close to the yet to be demarcated airport. That also will be a valuable property for you to invest in.
How can we solve the unemployment crisis in Ghana? Yes, Massa.
By using formula 133.
Can you expatiate?
Say, this simply means 1 job, 3 shifts, 3 people. That is the Mahama 24-hour economy policy. Under this policy, businesses will be given tax incentives, cheaper electricity, financial support, and security support services to encourage them to work 24/7 by adopting 3 work shifts of 8 hours each. This will triple job opportunities in the country. This policy will boost production, increase productivity, and generate well-paying jobs in all participating businesses and public organizations.
Excellent. The 24-hour policy will be a game changer.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Welcome back to the program. We're still here in the studio. Good morning, Ghana. And I'm still with Na Atre, who speaks for the NDC, and Lara Tumusa Saka is also here. She speaks for the NPP. Let me just quickly remind you that Betway says that you are guaranteed way more chances to play. Betway pick your prices and lets you choose your preferred promotion to make a perfect sports bet every week for payout boost and cash back. Plus, you will also stand a chance to choose your own price from voucher to electronics and grand prize of air tickets. Visit betway.com.ga to find out more. Terms and conditions apply and is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Betway, play responsibly. Lifts and elevators is also still on the market, and it comes with the best portable American pneumatic vacuum elevators, and it's self-supported elevators for both use homes and offices. And guess what? You can also lift your goods as well. Wheelchairs can be fitted in and custom made. 3 days you can get it custom made for you. It's affordable and can be installed just as you want it. Lift and elevators is located at Sakumo. Now just call them on 020-535515 or send them an email to elevators@gmail.com for consultations and your best solutions in vertical movements as well. Let me read this before I play the video of Nana Jane as well, which I showed you that I was going to play. So now I mentioned something about one of you being spotted in a galamsey site, and the pictures is circulating. So
one of who?
One of us NDC.
Here.
No.
One of who?
One of NDC members.
Also be clear about it. But if you say one of you, it's like those of us here.
She mentioned my name as well addressing me.
I even pointed at her.
Yes, mention my name.
Okay. You were not looking, so I pointed at her.
Okay.
So, clarification on misrepresentation of business activities. And it says, I have been made aware of a deliberate attempt to falsely link my image to illegal mining operations. I categorically deny these allegations and reaffirm my strong stance against illegal mining. As a responsible business leader, I have consistently promoted sustainable practices through Golding and Power Legacy Limited, a fully licensed and regulated company that exports gold in strict adherence to environmental and legal standards. For years, I have championed environmental consciousness and socially destruction of our environment, water pollution, and exploitation of natural resources. I urge the public to disregard business claims made by political opponents aimed at tarnishing my reputation. These allegations are not only false but also malicious. Joyce is signed by Joanna Jan Kujo, sincerely. Joanna Jan Kujo, that's her name. Is she a PC? She's a PC. For which area?
I think it's
Amenfi West. Okay. Okay. So that is her response. Let's play Nana Jane's also comments on galamsey.
Ibinya baze. Nyina ye gina he. Ye nyime de. Amenfi ha. galamsey o ha pa ana onye ha galamsey fu no he wonyi magana ha na ehu a enyenda nkotin na sabe yehu de gold wa ha na enyenda nkotin ni enya galamsey wa ha na se enya abana ono a ejuma ohobogun kakra oho no obogun ono so mfa ejuma nka ho a ebe na ze na mebu no waye sa wehu isanya na ebe nsampa na yezerba yesterday da me bi no krom also ya galamsey na wonsun say no the man na yeso eba fodo ni akyerɛkyerɛ yɛmba da mo obaye o da mo obaye na nsumara on say ho na po won bra on say ho na daakye on say ho ni bibia nsin hyehyɛ pa mo na yezerba ma obaye a sadam na eba no so obaye a akyerɛ no kwa na onye na akyerɛ no kwa na ejandama na no so okaye ma onyim efi nsu ni say ya so no no wa say no wɔn da na oba na dam nsu no ya sampa kra yezerba.
Will I still give amnesty to people convicted for galamsey? And my answer is yes. Because those who are in prison for galamsey are not the actual perpetrators of galamsey. The big kingpins are not in prison. Those who are in prison are the small boys that they employ to work on their galamsey concessions. And so they are victims of circumstances. And so if we are coming with a new fight against galamsey, let's start by giving them amnesty.
All right, welcome back. So, especially the video of Nana Jane has been trending a lot on social media, that her comments sought to mean that she was in support of galamsey. That's also her comments. And they are all on the campaign trail. You know that has been the issue, the topical issue, as far as these campaigns are concerned. And so they are also taking the opportunity to be commenting on that narrative.
Good morning once again. Good morning to our viewers. And I thought I was going to see videos of Dr. Baumia or Dr. Matthew Puku-Prempeh encouraging people to do galamsey or promising amnesty. But it's obvious that what the MPP team comes with is better ways of mining, not ways of encouraging galamsey. The lady who was standing by Prof. Nana J, she the one they call Wasa Aisha1.
Wasa Aisha1?
Is she the one?
I don't know.
Because there's a PC in that area called Wasa Aisha1.
She's a PC in the area.
Oh, okay.
I'm in Few West.
So that's why I'm asking if she's the one they call Wasa Aisha1. I don't know if whoever briefed Prof. Nana Jane or her understanding of galamsey means something legal, because galamsey is illegal. So if you're going to come into power and encourage people and show them how to do galamsey better, I think that is quite unfortunate. And the bit about giving amnesty to those arrested, I think that is something that we all should encourage and condemn in no uncertain terms. Annie, when a crime is being committed, and I maintain, we shouldn't encourage.
But you said
amnesty.
But you said Dr. Baumia was also promising amnesty.
Come again. Dr. Baumia, I said I was hoping. You played 2 videos of 2 PCs, or a minister and a PC of the New Patriotic Party talking about galamsey. Then you came to play 2 videos of the flag bearer and the running mate or vice presidential candidate of the NDC talking about galamsey. So what I was saying was, with what they say, with what they said, with the distasteful things they said, making galamsey sound like it's illegality, I was thinking that you find videos of Dr. Baumia or Dr. Matthew Puku-Prempeh talking about galamsey, then we can compare the 2.
Oh, what you mean? One keeps playing by size.
And see the focus. Who is going to lead at the end of the day? Okay. It's Dr. Baumia, inshallah, if NPP comes to power in 2024. Right. Who will be his next in command? Is Dr. Matthew.
Many times. In one of them,
did he say he was giving amnesty? Did he say he was going to encourage galamsey?
He said he was going to return seized, what's it called? In fact, Opoku-Prempeh said they were going to return seized, what do you call the machines?
After what?
The the excavators.
After what?
Dr. Bamia said they were going to stop burning excavators. I don't know if you want to interpret that to mean that they are going to encourage galamsey.
No, of course. It was clear what they said. I mean, listen.
But the promises they are making is it also to stop galamsey activities. So when you say that you are going to return them, you're going to stop burning.
So can I continue making my points? When our chair sits here and makes everything about the MPP, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Dr. Bawumia, the MPP, one thing we all need to get clear. I mean, it's obvious what her flag bearer and running mate think. The whole, everybody watching us this morning and will watch us behind this show will know what they think. And they think that galamsey, which is an illegality, they are going to teach people how to do it better, how to perpetrate illegality better. That is what they are saying. But let's move on, Annie. This issue that we are talking about, I will not go on the tangent of NDC, like an archer went with MPP. It's a Ghanaian issue, as I've always maintained. The water that flows through our pipes doesn't know which political party, which church, which mosque, which association, which profession you belong to. The sachet water, the bottled water that we buy, most of them we don't even know the source of the water that is used in bagging or bottling them. So this issue of galamsey goes beyond a vote. And that is what we always say, that the alternative that NDC is putting out is scary, because for them, it's all about the vote. It's all about elections. It's all about political capital, not about the livelihood and safety of Ghanaians. Else you will sit here this morning and make it about MPP. We've been fighting this canker since 1989. Earlier when I saw you play a video of late President Rawlings, that is how far this canker has gone. I grew up in a mining community, and how was this done? They were just using basic equipment, and they were going to the shafts and other abandoned sites of mining companies to see what they can get from the residue. So in some local areas, it was called anwiase, because what the mining company has left, that is what they're also going to see if they can go. But then you look at galamsey just in its thing and you miss it. It's affecting everything that we can't even start talking about. It's affecting health, it's affecting climate change, it's affecting everything, even the food we eat, the land on which these things are. So when you make it about one political party, then it's obvious you don't even understand what is going on. Now let's go to leadership. I will send you 3 stories, because the reference of we import water, we will import water, wasn't today. I'm sending you 3 stories. Send you 3 stories. The first one was a Ghana Web story. That talked about Ghana importing water in 2015. Another one talks about Ghana importing water in 2014. Another one talks about Ghana importing water in 2016. So the impression that this issue has just surfaced.
Who is giving that impression?
All of us,
all
especially the NDC.
All of who?
Right, especially the NDC. Annie, that's why I said, let me come to leadership. 2016, you had the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources then, talking about over 1 million people in this area. Even prior to that, late Professor Mills lamented about it. In 2017, when the new Patriotic Party, led by Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, came into power, the first step was a ban on small-scale mining. That wasn't illegal. It wasn't illegal. But there was a lot of agitation and ways had to be found to go. It was banned for how many years? 2 years. After that, modalities were put in place to make sure that all those who were mining, over 1,000 of them who were mining, some 900 of them were regularized. There were even parts of Eastern region that league people with licenses, companies with licenses, were diverting their water and diverting courses of water. All those people were stopped.
All
The waters
were stopped.
Oh, but we sat here and we discussed it. You remember, was it, I've forgotten the name, was it the Ancobra, that a legal mining company had diverted the course of the river?
And they were stopped.
They were stopped. These are things that, as a journalist, you should
they
be.
were stopped.
The water started clearing.
After they were stopped.
Honey,
then we.
She landed like 4 times.
Don't worry,
no interjection.
I interjected in her. And after they were stopped, we also stopped the task forces that we put to monitoring the mining sites and clearing people from the mining activities or the galamsey activities.
Can I continue?
Did you hear what I said?
Can I continue?
Did you hear what I said?
Honey, as we sit here,
if you
as we
confirm
sit
that
here,
you heard what I said.
as we sit here,
yes.
when the issue started, should I say, burning again, for lack of a better expression, the president ordered police and military deployment again after a national security meeting. How many journalists have followed that? In June 2023, because we are all in this together, in June 2023, on the back of the report that our compatriots keep quoting, the Professor Frimpong Boateng, and I'm saying this because you mentioned the special prosecutor. The special prosecutor arrested Professor Frimpong Boateng, put him on a 2 million bail, even went on some radio stations and said he has a charge to keep, even though he respects the good professor. What has come out of it? What has come out of it? So that is why I said I'll come back to leadership. When the ban was raised and most of these people were regularized, we went into 2020 election. What happened? The president said he was putting his presidency online. The efforts that were put in place to make sure that galamsey doesn't become pervasive were ongoing. What did our compatriots do? They went into those areas and charged these galamseyers to continue doing what they are doing, to vote for them. When they come, they will let them continue what they are doing. What happened? Apart from Takwa and Suayem, we lost over some 20 seats within the mining areas. And don't let us make it seem as if these things don't have political implications. When we are doing, why are people upset now? Why are people complaining about the government? Because there are certain things that were done, though necessary, but hasn't gone down with citizens.
That's why they are complaining.
No, but if your livelihood is not something that you complain. There were decisions that were taken.
Which decisions?
There were decisions that were taken that didn't go down well in various sectors. There were, because of what we went through with the external challenges and all that, exchange rate going up and all that, cost of living has become relatively higher than it should be. Inflation went as high as 50%. So when people are not happy and they complain, they have the right to do so because they are supposed to be better. But the conversation goes on. So if you go and charge people to continue, because when you come and you are still trumpeting that to the extent that you are not even putting in your manifesto that you're going to give them amnesty, you embolden them. But like I said, this issue goes beyond just the talk. It has become a collective thing. How many police personnel do we have in this country? Some 30,000, as against the 2020 census that said we are some 30 million people. What is the ratio to civilian police required by, should I say, UN standards? It's some 1:500 people, or one, I think recently, it's 1:450 civilians or citizens. Ours is 1:1,000 if we are using the 30,000 against the 30 million. How many military personnel do we have? The last time I checked, from the World Bank, one of the World Bank reports, we had some 16,000 or so military personnel who are actually not the main people. They are only called as reinforcement. They take care of our territorial borders, our land borders, our airspace and all that. So let's even say that the president is going to commandeer all police. So our basic traffic unit people, all the other people that do other policing, checking our responsibility, we are going to stop and bring all of them to galamsey sites. All the military personnel, those on peacekeeping, those doing training, everybody. That's some 30, some 40-something, let's even say 50,000 personnel. Will it solve the problem? But it comes to the crux of our living as a people.
So
how many of us reject money from these so-called galamseyers that we claim we identify? How many churches say that this person is said to be doing galamsey, won't take the offertory? How many mosques will say that because this person is alleged to be in this thing, won't take their fisabidillah? It comes to our moral thing. And you remember that the last time I think 2 months or so, when we were talking about the free solutions on religious authority and traditional authority, they've all gone down. So apart from we just saying that, let's push these people out, it comes to the crux of our morality as a people.
You see the hypocritical position of this government.
What hypocritical position of this government?
For what you're saying. Now these
bodies... Where is the hypocrisy?
Hold on. Let me
where is the hypocrisy?
Let me point it out to you. Hold on.
Go on.
These bodies you are calling,
yes,
they've come out on their own. Workers' union have come out.
Yes.
Churches have come out. Yes. Pastors have spoken. Yes. Unions have spoken. And you, your communicators, are all around calling them names and giving them political tags.
I'm a communicator. I'm a communicator sitting here.
You have not done
Use
it.
Me.
Lara,
who have I called names? No, but you are talking to me.
I'm just trying to tell you.
You are talking to me. You are not talking to anybody.
When the president said, yeah, you are talking.
You are talking to me.
But you're speaking
who
for
have
the
I
government.
called
But
names?
you're speaking for the government.
Who has called who? Mention names. Who has called who names?
And not a spectator.
Who has called who names?
Now these bodies have tried to come out and speak out. I don't even want to. I don't even want to go into
Annie,
the GJA issue.
Annie,
did you see
the
issue of this GJA awards and what our president said?
What did he say?
Have you seen the video that's trending?
What video? What video is trending?
I don't know what you want us to do.
What video is trending? You just sat
you
here.
You are government reps.
You just sat
here.
You
tell us what to do.
You just sat here and said government communicators have called people names. Churches came out and called. Churches came out and they have said things, and people have called them names. I'm sitting here as a communicator. I'm sitting here by virtue of the fact that I'm representing the new patriotic party, speaking for government. I'm here speaking to you. Have I called anybody names? I started my submission from leadership and came down to what all of us have to do. I asked, when the instruction was given for the deployment of. Have you followed? Do you know whether they are there or not as a journalist? I asked about when the special prosecutor picked these things, because we have institutions in this country responsible for aspects of all these things. Ask those questions, you didn't answer. But then you are going and saying, we are jumping to the fact that communicators are called. Who has called who names? Which communicator?
You haven't seen anything.
No, Barney, you can't just throw these things here and call her. Where is the hypocrisy?
What I'm saying.
Where is the hypocrisy? Your hypocrisy, your definition of hypocrisy from what I said.
What I am saying, let the viewers be the judge.
Viewers be the judge of
we
what?
have developed the attitude.
What attitude?
If you go and write anything about galamsey,
in my submission,
I personally, I'll go and write you are NDC.
Who go and write your NDC?
Because that's the narrative.
Who go and
you
write
guys
where?
Are trying to put across.
Which narrative? I started my submission by telling you that it affects all of us.
Okay.
The children being born.
Continue.
The children being born. You know which party they even belong to.
You tell me.
I can tell you because I'm not God.
Because I'm sure if the mother of a child who has deformity comes to speak right
and
now,
I don't think,
you will call her NDC.
But they are speaking. Who has called them NDC?
Okay.
Honey, I will call them NDC, or you mean someone else to call them NDC?
I remember when we put up a campaign when Mahama was in office, the media coalition against galamsey. I don't remember anybody calling me NPP. But I remember people teasing me at the time because they knew my origin, where I came from. But they were close friends. But I never had, attacks on social media because I was fighting against galamsey, because as a media person. But today you write things, and I like writing. You don't find me on the outside, talking, except for when I'm on air. But I do a lot of writing on my social media.
So it's about
platforms.
You now.
And it's not about me. And
I don't get where you're going.
You and I have personal
It's not about you and I relationship.
You know
We're
me.
having a discussion
I'm
here
telling you something.
that borders
You
on the
know
well-being
me.
of
It has
this
nothing to
country.
do with me.
So when you are
It
going
has
on
to
this
do with
tangent
every
about you being
single
called
human being
NDC,
who is
it's not about
every
you
union,
now.
Every society, every organization trying to put a voice to this.
Exactly.
And you tag the people. Yet you are here calling out people that their ratings have gone down. Their trust ratings have gone down. But they're the ones who are talking.
But didn't I start from leadership? Even did the analysis with the police force we have. And you are sitting there saying, making it about you.
You see, don't try to put a spin on it. It's not going to work. Stop putting a spin on it. It's never about me. What have I got to do with it? It's never about me.
No, what I'm
saying. It's never about me. Stop trying to put a spin on it. It's not about me.
Annie, what I said here, what is it that you disagree with?
I don't disagree with anything. Go continue.
Do you disagree with anything that I said?
No, I don't.
From leadership,
no, I don't. I only want to point out things of what you have said, and I'm pointing out opposing voices to what you are saying.
Do you disagree that we all have a stake in it?
Why would I disagree?
Do you disagree?
Why would I disagree?
You don't disagree. Even when you just sat here and said people are coming out and say when organized labor came out, petitioned, what happened? The president didn't say he's acquired a dead goat syndrome like a previous president said. He set up a committee to meet organized labor. Organized labor, after that meeting, released a statement by virtue of the fact that this is what happened at the meeting. There was a discussion on how to deal with it. But the point is, if we all don't come together and we make it about the vote, it affects all of us. Nobody knows the water you are going to drink when you are pregnant. Measures have been put in place. Laws have been put in place. When the ban was lifted and all those people were scrutinized and licensed, because some of them had concessions that were used and licensed. Today, what are we saying? In 20, let's even stick to the figure that Honorable Fuseni said, 1 million people. Out of that 1 million people that are benefiting, let's even stick to that, even though it's more than that. And the line we need to draw is there's a difference between commercial mining, small-scale mining, and galamsey. Galamsey is illegal. And that is where the problem is. Because the moment you are licensed, you are regulated by the appropriate regulation authorities. When we came into power in 2017, Minerals Commission, and the head sits here practically every week to explain issues.
In fact, he's watching.
They had to improve. They had to improve there
Mr. Martin,
most of these people.
Good morning to you.
Because most of these people were doing what they were doing because it was difficult getting a license. That was worked on. There were consultations with chiefs and the process of getting your licenses. That is why our competitors will come in that ignorance and say 100 and something was issued, now 1,000 licenses are issued. With the number of people in there, even going by the number the Honorable Hussaini said, like 1 million people were in there, as against 1,000 or 1,200 of them being licensed. Because the bureaucracy was too much. So people were going back doing
Why do you
those
claim
things.
That from the mining repository, from the mining repository data, hold on, from the mining repository data, we had 56 under the Mills Mahama administration. And from the same mining repository data, we had 1,503 of mining licenses or small-scale mining licenses given under this administration and still counting. If you check from 1988, which Honorable made reference to the other time, from 1988 to now, 1988 to 2016, we had 96 of small-scale mining. From 2017 to date and still counting, we had 1,503.
That's wrong.
And that is what you say.
Yes, that's wrong, because they are making it seem as if it's.
No, sorry. Is that what you are describing as ignorance?
If you are 1 million people, right, as they stated, their then lands minister stated that there are some 1 million people in there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Then we come in, ban it, and identify some over 1,000 of them, because there are hundreds and thousands of people.
Okay, so your point is,
my point
you
is,
have created employment in the legal.
Apart from creating employment, most of these people that were doing it illegally, there are some that just do the galamsey, that's what they do. But there were some that had concessions, but hadn't gone through the proper process of being regularized because of the bureaucracy at Minerals Commission. Okay. So when the right systems were put in place, most of those people, after assessment, were regularized so that they can be monitored to be doing those things. So, for instance, like the community mining schemes that came up and bringing in the gold catcher, the livelihood program, all those things, considered all those factors and all the lessons that were learned. One of the other things that was done was the enhancement of the monitoring unit of Minerals Commission. Okay. That doesn't mean that, that doesn't say that we've done everything. But the thing where I am coming to, and where you claim is hypocrisy and I'm surprised, is all these things will be done. We'll put the laws in place. Chiefs were one of the things that came out strongly was that chiefs complaining that they will just be there. Someone will come and say, I've been given a concession, I've been given a license. He that is sitting on the land, that is there every day. The citizens in there defer most issues to him, or whether it's a queen mother or something, doesn't even know. So whoever comes, and the term user from Accra with their license, doesn't give any due recognition to the chief. But if the person knows that when you go in there as part of your community entry, or even when the licenses are issued, these major stakeholders are involved, and all those meetings were held.
So let me ask you this.
So it's a process, but it still comes to the point. That is why I made the point that then it comes to us as those living in the community. So I want to, because look, the police can come. I want to make this clarity. The monitoring team can come and move to. There are 14 regions in this country now.
So so from the 1988 data all the way till now, that we had about 96. In 2014, 2015, 2016, whatever, I remember we had series of interviews with Stanley Mate, Ghana Water Company, and he was complaining about the turbidity.
When did you say?
2015, 2016, 2014,
so the
all that.
Issue about water turbidity is not today.
Hold on, I just want to establish something. Within that whole period, right, please, your screen is off. We were talking about turbidity of water, right? My floor. And we established that there was galamsey at that time. Yes. And we were worried about the situation. It was getting out of hands, right? Because we saw that the water had just started discoloring. Not that now it is even the waterbed is coming up. Now it has started discoloring.
The story
hold on.
You look at it,
hold on.
Story.
Sorry, please allow me.
They predicted 2030.
So that's good. That's fine.
In 2014.
So that whole
they predicted
time,
2030.
let's say from 1988 till that time, we had 96 licenses given. Okay. From 2017 downwards, Nana Addo came, banned small-scale mining, not galamsey. Of course. Banned small-scale mining.
No, but the moment they were running on the back of small-scale mining.
Sorry.
So once you ban what was aiding them, then it's easy to fish them out.
So he banned small-scale mining.
Yes. And regularized.
2 years.
Yes.
I remember I had opportunity to join the press meet at the presidency. I was one of the people that said to the president, thank you for the action you've taken on galamsey. We have started seeing the water bodies clearing up. I had people bash me for that. This one, if you say it's about me, I'll say yes, it's about me, because I personally asked that question.
Who bashed you?
Oh, I know. Come on. And then you say that you took that action. So let's say that from that 1988 all the way to 2016, we now put a stop to galamsey, not so. And then we started everything afresh. Do you not see that it is unfair for you to say that galamsey started long ago?
It's unfair
because
for me to say
it's got to a point where you place a ban on everything and started started afresh from a point where we saw the water bodies clearing up. And we were bringing you pictures and videos of that. Then it gets to a point where we see that 1,503 licenses have been given under the guise of we're trying to regularize the 1 million people we saw within the galamsey arena, so that we can monitor their activities. We set up committees, we set up task forces, we bought drones, 200 pieces, at least according to the reports. We set up investigative bodies when we realized that things were not happening. There were revelations within the journalism field where Manasseh, there's my man, I've forgotten his name, sorry, Rasmus, they were galamsey people. Adam Srem, they all came with reports, and they are certified persons within it because it's their work, it's their field. And we all saw that. And you are saying that with all that you have done, if this is what we're faced with, you still say what?
Annie, this is my opportunity to also point out the hypocrisy in what you're saying, since you want to talk about hypocrisy.
Annie, are you being fair with your time?
Yes. Yes, but she's in government, so allow.
Okay, that's all right.
All right, thanks.
You're not being, this is where I point out your hypocrisy to you. Like I indicated, we've been fighting this since 1989, right? Governments did what they could do over the years. It became an issue, especially in 2014. There are videos of late Professor Mills. There are videos of the ministers then. 2015, Ghana Water started talking about turbidity of water. I think later part of 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016. There are stories to that, right? You just even attested to the fact that you had conversations with the PR, who is still the PR of the water company, right? Small-scale mining was banned because most of them were running on the back of it. It was banned for 2 years. Most of them were regularized for proper regulation. The monitoring department of Minerals Commission was enhanced with pickups and other digital devices. Those are verifiable facts. Then came, okay, how do we reclaim the land? How do we get these people in these areas other livelihoods so that they don't go back into these pits and do it? Because apart from they costing all of us, it's also a high-risk area and people lose their lives a lot of the time. Then we did this. Where I point to a hypocrisy, in 2020, like we are in 2024 now, it's an electioneering year. You have majority of your ministers coming from parliament, right? So focus goes into trying to secure their seats for those who are seeking election, right? There's a lot of tension getting to election. So your security are needed at other areas. So the number of people you use for task force won't be the same. You even have to draw in. So even on election day like this, it's not only the police that secures the voting centers, immigration, customs, all other security institutions coming to help because of the numbers. Then you have your compatriots, and specifically, because I didn't see any other political party doing, the NDC. When everybody is trying to do their campaign and all that, decides that we are going to target these areas and tell them, keep doing what you're doing. When we come, we'll let you do it. When we come, all those they've arrested, we'll let them go. How do you embolden people to do wrong, if not through that means? They were doing it because you don't have security to do as they were doing, pay attention to it, because it's a year that comes with a lot of security requirements, like we are having now. There are a lot of notices for demonstration. Police has to help with all those things. Just this morning when we came here, you've given us one.
Mr. AC says good morning.
Good morning to him. Just give them one, right? So when I come back and say that, apart from we holding leadership accountable, and that is not to say that nobody should hold leadership accountable, but apart from holding leadership accountable, we are citizens. What should we do? What are we also doing?
What should we do?
For me, I think that we live in the communities. And in one of our, Criminal Procedures Act or something, there's a section for citizens arrest.
So
and just recently, I saw a video of a journalist who had to go and help pull a chaffan of water in Savannah region. That water is not even, he's now just started doing those things.
Did you see the youth group also fighting some galamsey?
Which youth group?
I've forgotten the constituency, but there was a youth group in one of the areas fighting persons in the galamsey side.
No, I haven't seen that one.
Did you see?
I haven't seen that one.
They were wielding guns.
I haven't seen.
And there was a threat of one of them trying to use the guns on them. That's what you're encouraging us to do.
No, I'm not encouraging arms. We have laws within it. Of course, you can't hold a gun when it's not a licensed arm. But one of the things that came out strongly prior to 2016 election was that these illegal miners were armed. There are even some policemen and some security that lost their lives in the course of fighting people doing illegal mining. So at the end of the day, we live in the communities. We know who is doing what. The police can come. The military can come. Immigration, customs, whoever can come. Most of them are not even stationed at these sites. They come and go. And no matter what you do, human institutions, some people get compromised. But we in the communities, apart from holding government, apart from insisting what government leadership of the states can do, apart from calling on the president to lead the charge, we as communities, because if it's happening there and you don't blow the whistle, you don't let institutions know, and nobody is downplaying the fact that people are taking videos from communities and sharing. There was a video I saw of a woman who was talking about the water that they use for acheke. You and I don't know where that acheke will reach us. You don't know how it will reach us. Some way, somehow, these things find a way around everybody. So it's a call to her. She has shown what has to be done. What are we also doing? Do we leave it just as saying, government, do it, or we are also going to aid with information? That is why I asked that. When the president said that the security should be deployed.
If Professor Frimpong Boateng has been aided, financed, supported with tax forces, with everything in this world, all the powers, and he has given you a report, and you have poo-pooed the report, what can I, ordinary Annie, present to you that you will believe and work on it? You want me to attack the opposition that is quote unquote being irresponsible, as you say, with their comments? Okay, how about an MP
who put the report?
Are you asking me?
Who put the report?
What was the outcome of the report?
Come who came with accusations, accusing people, mostly on the committee.
Yeah.
The same author of the report also had accusations against him with respect to his son and some other people linked to him. Who else to bring out the truth out of this report than the special prosecutor? And I asked you that question. Since June, when some portals even said that the special prosecutor spits fire, where have you got into it? Just recently, I saw a publication of the special prosecutor saying he was going to go into galamsey. That is his purview, because at the end of the day, it also borders on corruption and all those things. But what I'll keep saying is, nobody says that government shouldn't take charge. Nobody says that government shouldn't say that.
For long.
Government shouldn't say what. But it still comes to the collectiveness of how we approach this. Because for how long will we be talking about it? Then when it's getting to election, it comes up again. We'll go back and sleep and all that. We need to face it together as a people and know that it's not only about the physical illegality. It also borders on our community living. It also borders on our morals and what we eat as a people.
We want to believe that you are now sharing power with us.
Sharing power with who?
With the people.
But who does the power to take action? Who makes the president?
What do you make of what?
Who makes the president?
What Honorable Efriye said. What do you make of what he said?
What did he say? Dr. Nana Ayew. I mean, what he said, I disagree with him.
You disagree?
I disagree with him.
Okay. I've just seen a post that I made in 2020 about Professor Frimpong Boassen's son. The galamsey issues on Adansi. You remember the whole Adansi Jojo Frimpong. But I'm not going to make reference to that. But let me read this one. The Medical and Dental Council, as a government body, has issued several statements on the danger of galamsey to our health. The council must, on its own motion, initiate disciplinary proceedings against Honorable Dr. Nana Ayew Efriye. His license to practice medicine must be withdrawn.
Who is saying that?
He didn't add a name. He just sent me a message. And this one says, Annie, good morning, please. Ask Laura to where the 500 excavators are disappeared to. Am I right to say that those are the excavators the president's daughters and friends are now using at the mining sites from 1988 to 2016?
Because you yourself read a statement that says that the president's daughters are not involved in illegal mining. So why are you reading it?
Story. Who's telling the truth?
But you
Is it
read the
Ablakwa
statement.
or the
So you
minister?
don't believe your state institution.
But the minister himself.
You believe Ablakwa, you don't believe your state institution.
I asked the question.
That has all the information.
Is it Ablakwa or the minister?
Annie, I'm still sitting here.
Listen, your PC, her pictures from the Galamsey site, when I saw it, I'm not pleased with it. She's saying that they call her Amenfi West.
Annie, I'm
Aisha One. Hold on. No, I just want to make something clear. She called Amenfi West Aisha One. When I saw the sites where she's taking the pictures, they are not sites that I see that they work on reclaiming lands after mining.
Who does
because you can see that
who does what?
It's a messed up site.
Who does what?
Who mine and then reclaim the land.
Like so if the livelihood.
Yes. So even though she's released a statement, if she's really not into because galamsey is when you're messing up the environment and you're not mining the way you are supposed to. And from the pictures we have seen, it doesn't really look good. But we still want to ask, who is telling the truth? Is it the pictures that are out or her statement? The same with the president's daughters. So if anybody asks a question, I think it's fair for them to ask questions. You don't have to let me stick to what you think. So this one says that from 1988 to 2016, only 96 and licenses were granted compared to 1,503, please. And licenses granted in 7 years from 2017 to 2024. And if the President John Mahama's children are neck deep in galamsey, you're asking, I don't know. We probably have to bring out more statements. This one says that, let me start from those who started sending from the Mystic says that from inside Adweju. Good morning, Annie. It's preposterous and wicked to hear Dr. Baumia's campaign coordinator championing galamsey with impunity. Nanado Baumia-led government bamboozled their way into official office to blah, blah, blah. Okay, my regards to that one. I won't read it. I'm telling you, if you send messages with harsh words, I will not read. So, Chumbafo says that, hello, Annie. Did I hear Laratu saying that she also used to do galamsey?
Hey, hey, propaganda. Hey.
Let me finish reading.
Oh my.
We're learning every day.
It is on another level. What?
We're learning every day.
Why did I say that?
Galamsey, as is going on now, it's not a national matter.
Oh my.
So it is a political matter. It is your baby. You people gave birth to it and nurtured it with this canker. Your party, Hiansika mentality, that has reduced our water bodies to a muddy college. And the only way to stop it is when Ghanaians boot you out, boot your greedy, and okay. The only way to stop this is when Ghanaians boot you
and
out.
You have to clear that. I didn't say.
You see a
I don't
election the
no
DJ president after he called him out?
Hey,
you want to respond to it?
What propaganda is this?
She didn't
no,
say
but you were listening to me. Did I say?
That's why I read it for you to hear, so that you can have the opportunity.
This is how NDC people listen to this.
Good morning, Annie. The president promised to put his presidency on the line, but in the fight of illegal mining. But what do we see? The turbidity levels of the country's water bodies, despite the promise. The fight is just a charade. David Edu. Sanderson. Treadle said that, good morning, Annie. It's quite sad the way the MPP is defending the galamsey issues. It simply tells Ghanaians that the MPP has lamentably failed to address the issue of galamsey and should be voted out of office come December 7 elections. Treadle sent this in. But Mansa Musa says, Annie, the MPP has been in power for 8 years, so why are they on all the issues explaining to us what ought to be done? I don't understand this, unless they are trying to take our intelligence for granted. Good morning, Mansa Musa, good morning to you. We have just a few minutes to go.
Annie, on my first date on your show, you've not been
2 minutes.
fair to me.
2 minutes each.
Yeah. On my first date with you on the show, you've not been fair to me, but that's fine. And so on Prof's comment, I think that I don't know Lorato's appreciation of the local language that Prof spoke. But if she has an appreciation of that language, what Prof was encouraging was responsible mining. For the miners to be environmentally conscious.
That's why I played it.
And that,
so the viewers will have their own judgment.
Exactly. So why are you saying that? You should have played that of Dr. Baumia to compare, please.
Monkeys play by size.
Please. None other running mates compares to the distinguished Prof in utterances, in composure, and what have you. The NPP is the perfect example for every bad thing you want to cite in this country. And did I hear Loretta referring to people as ignorant? And did I hear her saying that the NDC is emboldening illegal miners? What is more emboldening than the president sitting on a report? See, the president never intends to fight any galamsey. You remember Martin Amido tell us that the president put him in office and later sabotaged him? He's never interested in the well-being of Ghanaians. What emboldens people more than a report that comes to a president, and you simply refuse to act because the report implicates you? What the good Prof was saying is that we in the NDC will train these miners, one, on land reclamation. I said on this platform that the NPP has never even reclaimed a land the size of my palm. And so what is Loretta saying this morning and calling people ignorant and saying the NDC is emboldening people? Please check your dictionary for the meaning of emboldening. It is the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Baumia who are emboldening people. Now Loretta says that, and it comes down to leadership. Honey, darling, leadership means results. Leadership doesn't mean talking. Leadership doesn't mean shifting blames to the ordinary Ghanaian. Today, Loretta is telling us that galamsey is a people's problem and it is based on morality. Morality, how ridiculous. Then the people we saw in that video sharing the galamsey booty, they are so immoral. If we run by Lorato's submission this morning, galamsey is a matter of morality. Where is the president's morals? Where is Dr. Baumia's morals? The people in the video, where are their morals? See, this morning, Lorato should not add insult to the injury of Ghanaians. The NDC left the water, the lands in a better state. It is only in the thinking of the NPP that when something moves from good to bad, it is better. Dollar moves from 4 cedis to 17 cedis. Hey, we are done, well, clap for us.
The minority leaders don't agree with that. I hope you know that.
No,
sorry, the majority leaders don't agree.
That
you left the water in a better state.
And he showed the images. Facts are sacred. Facts don't lie. And he showed the images of the lands and then the water that the NDC left for the NPP. Today you have worsened every fiber of the economy. You've worsened education, you've worsened health, you've worsened the economy, the dollar is, the city is in ICU, and you sit here and tell us today that we are ignorant. You sit here today and tell us that the NDC is emboldening people. What emboldens someone more than Charles Bisu counting galamsey cash? What emboldens someone more than the president clearing Cecilia Adapa? My dear Cecilia Adapa, you are cleared. What emboldens someone more than what Lorato is sitting here doing? This morning, you see, it is very simple. Those who are neck deep in galamsey cannot fight the galamsey menace. And there is a very false narrative also running around that it was under the NDC that Chairman Wontumi was giving license. Please, according to the Fourth Estate, Chairman Wontumi's company was giving license in 2021. Who was in power in 2021? Check the Fourth Estate's website, the Fourth Estate. And then to worsen the plight of Ghanaian, to condone and to aid the MPP to do more of galamsey, the Fourth Estate reports that the Minerals Commission has deleted very crucial info. I'm sure that has been brought to your attention. Very crucial information of persons within the NPP. That President Akufo-Addo and Dr.
But I also know that some people
are looking on helplessly.
Retrieve those information. So whether deleted or not, we still can have access.
But why should you delete?
Yeah,
if you are not condoning, if you are not aiding and abetting, why should you delete? Please let it be put on record that the NDC, see, it's not, the NPP is not co-equal to the NDC. Let that be stated. Into the 2024 elections, Ghanaians are looking for superior ideas. Okay. Ghanaians are looking for that one man who has done some before, who will do again. Okay. And it is His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Where does Dr. Baumia come in this? All he knows is to laugh and make mockery of our situation. Waiting for more babies to die. Please, I beg your pardon, Annie. Let's not entertain the likes of such conversations on an esteemed platform.
Honorable Member Nilante, he says that, Annie, I'm unhappy with you for giving too much time to Laratu. That was because I was going back and forth with him. So my apologies. But Chumbafo says that, tell her that she walked into this one herself.
No, tell my, you see, from the way my one brother Chumbafo was trying to explain what said. That's exactly what Natre has done here, accusing me, asking me to go and look in dictionary.
Because you don't understand the word emboldening. If you understand the word emboldening, the one who is emboldening galamsey, you are talking about civility.
When you are talking,
the galamsey kingpins
I think you need to call her to order.
If there is any civility, apply to your galamsey kingpin.
Please allow her. Thank you.
We are not going to solve problems in chaos, and when problems are problems are created in knowledge, it's not in ignorance that you solve them. Annie, let's state certain facts here, right? I don't think Ghanaians are looking for a president that, in the wake of crisis, will say he has acquired a dead goat syndrome. That's not the kind of president we are looking for. We are looking for a president that, in the wake of crisis, will draw everybody together and talk, not be telling Ghanaians they become a dead goat and all that. To issue instructions to people to do what they are supposed to do and also see how the issues can be solved. Now, I sat here a few minutes ago and said that we haven't even reclaimed what? An acre of land. Facts are sacred. You remember I mentioned, in addition to the interventions that were brought in relation to mining and illegal mining and all that, there was the National Alternative Livelihood and Empowerment Program. When you go, and I don't know where my camera is, this is it. And what do you read? A total land area of 1,000 hectares is being reclaimed and reforested at various sites. 2 million seedlings raised to reforest.
And you have to ask where the lands are.
This is it.
And you ask where the reclaimed lands are.
Yeah. So you see, the people, this is it. You can
where
check.
Are the reclaimed lands?
I didn't put it
where?
there. Check.
Show us pictures of reclaimed lands.
And you were a journalist.
Where?
Verify them. There are pictures. There are people who can attest to it. There are videos to these interventions.
Show.
You get it. So when we sit down here,
so we have established 6 seedling nursery centers.
Look at the progress.
Progress. A total of land area of 1,000 hectares being reclaimed and
you've heard of the
various.
Hold on. No, let us. I want to build.
So let me read.
Okay, read.
Hectares being reclaimed and reforested at various sites. Which various sites? Where are the details of the sites?
What are you? She said we haven't.
I'm Annie.
She said we haven't. Annie, the what? Annie, the journalist.
Annie, the human being.
One who is part of what? The fourth estate of the. If I sit down here
2
and say
million,
anything, you say you don't believe it.
2 million seedlings raised
the name of the institution. Go there. They'll give you videos. They'll give you pictures. They'll give you Google locations.
Over 2,000. Please, this one that you have given me.
Go and
have you also
it.
verified the forest cover and reserve we've lost?
No, we are. No, but why are we reclaiming?
Have you done
why are we reclaiming?
Have you done the reconciliation?
No.
You see, we seem to be more interested.
You see, this is where
quantitative.
This is where
leave your data here.
Your hypocrisy comes in. Oh, we have a problem. We are solving it. We've started we've approached it. You want to go back. So why are we reclaiming if we haven't lost forest cover? We are reclaiming what we've lost. So now you want to go back for a program that started when?
I understand that I'm a street girl. I don't understand.
Oh, come on, Annie.
But
stop it. This is blackmail.
Yes, it's not blackmail. No,
I'm not a street girl.
No, you say I'm a hypocrite. So I'm trying to.
No, of course, you introduce hypocrisy into the conversation today. And I'm pointing to you.
So this is. Hold on.
You agree.
Take your time. I'll let you. Don't worry. I will let you address this issue.
You agree that the monitoring it. You agree that there were gold catchers that are mercury-free that were brought in.
You want me to go and verify.
You agree that the effort was clearing the water.
Can I speak?
You agree.
Can I speak? You want me to give me time. You want me to. You want me to.
More time.
Hold on. You want me to verify this? I'm saying that you've put this data online, right? This data is not for only educated people.
Okay.
It's also for people that probably, excuse my word, excuse my language, do not even appreciate somebody's level of education. If the person is that high there, or whoever put this report there, everybody that's reading is not up to your standard. So you make it as simple as possible that everybody can understand. If you put a total land area of 1,000 in various sites, who can't write this report?
Who can write this report?
Yes, who can't write it?
That is why I'm saying that you put say that the information
over
I'm giving you,
2,000 direct and indirect jobs were created and still counting.
And say whether
how do you want me to verify this data? I should come back to the institution and get
an institution.
Okay. We'll do that.
The information is not in the vacuum.
So this is land reclamation and reforestation.
It's the National Alternative Livelihood and Employment Program.
Okay.
So you can check with them.
Okay,
so that
we have
she won't go anywhere and say.
And when
I use ignorant, when I use ignorant, you tell me to go and check my life.
Of course, you check
ignorance that she's saying that we haven't even. Please, let's be civil.
Sorry,
you're talking, I'm quiet.
Sorry.
It's my time.
Sorry, you hold on.
It's my time.
Hold on.
It's my time.
Let's
respect each other.
Allow her to speak.
Let's respect each other, please.
Data.
It's a problem that needs to be solved. We can't be shouting all over the place.
Who created those problems?
When I use ignorance, this is the context in which I use ignorance, because you don't know, you don't have facts. You are emboldened in your ignorance to say that we haven't even reclaimed even 1 acre. 1 acre of land in this country. That is where I'm showing. And you are a journalist, be the arbiter here.
I'm asking you.
In addition to the... Yes,
I'm asking you if you know where any of the sites of the land reclaims are.
I had the data because there was an engagement with the coordinator. But I'm sure if I go further, there will be names.
Now, the reason why I'm saying that we're focusing more on quantitative than qualitative is that we are interested in the numbers that we're throwing out there. It's like the fight we put to galamsey.
No, it's a number.
We are interested in the things we said we have done, but we are not interested in the results of what we have done. The results are showing opposites.
What results?
So we brought in drones. So we set up task forces. We set up committees. We set up this. We set up that. We sent military people. We sent police people. But the result is what you are seeing.
The result is what we are seeing.
Yes.
And that was why I said that, look, all these things will be put in place. Laws have been passed. All those chiefs have been engaged and all that. Just recently, I think even Otumfuo distooled some of his chiefs or involving themselves in galamsey and all that. Is that collective effort? The laws are there. The laws were passed by government.
So we should help ourselves.
Parliament. Oh, honey, please stop this mischief.
It's not mischief.
It's collective effort. Today, touch wood. If there is a robbery in your neighborhood, won't you report it? You report it for the police to. If someone, touch wood, bashes your car, you report it. If you are lucky and there's police at wherever you are, they'll take charge of it. Right? That is where I come to that. We all need to be involved in this. That doesn't keep government or leadership away from what has to be done. Those laws will pass. Those deployments will be done. The vehicles have been provided for monitoring and all those. So let's all know that we all all this water and all that doesn't know you, doesn't know me.
Yes.
They just flow through
but
pipes.
Leadership
has
told us that they are not going to fight this galamsey.
Which leadership?
From the videos we played.
Which leadership?
Leadership has told us.
Which leadership?
The only leadership. When he went to me, site. I don't want to mention his name. His site is called what? Akonta Mining was mentioned.
It's not a site. That's his company.
Yes, the Akonta Mining Company involved in mining activities was cited in galamsey activities. The Minerals Commission, the Lands and Natural Resources Ministry gave us a statement telling us how the mining company is not supposed to be in the Tanonimiri forest, but it is there. It hasn't been licensed to be there. But the president himself came out. The president, the one that backstops at, told us that Akonta Mining is not involved in galamsey.
Akonta Mining is what?
Akonta
Mining is what?
Why are you asking
me? It's a company, right? Do they have a concession? Right. So they have Akonta Mining as a concession that they are mining in, but went into Lands and Natural Resources said they've gone into a place they are not supposed to go. Just like some of the small scale miners were going into places that they should divert and water they shouldn't be diverted, and they were called to order. Right. But when you hear Akonta Mining, what do you hear? It's a legal entity with a license to mine, but they did wrong and they were called to order. But let's even for the sake of arguments, I admit that Akonta Mining, one company, is doing illegal mining, is being called to order or has to be called to order. How do we deal with the rest? How did we get to know that Akonta Mining is doing what they are doing? Someone blew the whistle. The ministry took charge. So it comes to my saying that apart from government taking charge, doing the deployment, providing the drones, providing the task force, providing the equipment for it, we also as community people, as citizens, should also help.
Community people should go and fight KGM4's mining sites. They should go and fight.
Because this is a serious problem.
But this thing you are saying is
because you see, the water doesn't know you. It doesn't know me.
Laratu, if you actually accuse me of sitting here and joking, I'll be very angry with you. I'll be very angry with you.
I said it's a
no. I will not take it. I won't take that. You see, my time is up. I'm giving you a lot. Listen, Laratu, I will not give you.
Laratu,
I take exception to the word you use. I take exception.
We shouldn't joke about it.
No, don't tell me that.
If you take exception to it,
yes, I take exception to it.
But this is a serious.
Because Laratu,
but you admit it's a serious issue.
No, I don't even want to go by your word. But I'm saying that if you say that citizens should start helping and start fighting and start, do you know what you are creating? The galamsey situation is already war. Do you know that? Do you know it is war? Do you know?
And if it's not tackled properly, it will escalate.
Do you know the arms that the galamseyers are using in the fields? Are you aware?
Are you listening to me at all?
So if we are lucky and we go into a site, if we are lucky and we go into a site, and we go and fight the galamseyers, and they don't shoot at us, we are lucky. In fact, we are lucky that Erasmus
is not been murdered. We're lucky that Anas is not gone. We're lucky that Manasseh is not gone. I'm telling you that what you are telling us is that we should use our own powers as citizens to go and fight the galamsey.
You've mentioned Erasmus. You've mentioned Manasseh and other names. What did they do? They blew the whistle for government to take charge. That's what they did. Okay. And that's what I'm encouraging.
I've given you a lot of time to
if you sit down here and say that, if you sit down here and say that I'm calling on people to go and fight, then you are not being
fair. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing.
What did Erasmus and Manasseh and Co do? They blew the whistle.
Yes, but what did you do with the reports?
Oh, Annie, this
come
morning,
on,
give me a second to greet the Member of Parliament.
Oh, come
the
on.
Honorable Benjamin Ayiku, Lejokuku, Member of Parliament.
I'm not happy with you.
Stop it.
In this year's election, we are retiring
It's a serious
our
issue.
opponent.
Let's stop it.
We are taking the elephant back into the forest
my time is up,
drink
so
the muddied galamsey
the umbrella has already been blown away. What are you coming to do?
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you for watching.